Today is very windy. I've got everything open. It's very windy today. Today is final setup day because tomorrow I am taking Betty on our first trip away, where I will stay in her. And I know you're probably thinking that's insane because look, it's just a box with some insulation and a temporary floor. And you would be right, but I will not pay £150 for a hotel when I only need to sleep for about 4 or 5 hours before I can hit the road and come home again. And this was the whole point of having a camper van. So it's not going to be freezing overnight. I will pack lots of blankets. It might be very windy if it's like this. I don't think that's going to blow away. Anyways, today I've got stuff. I need to make window coverings, I need to fit a curtain, I've got my air mattress that I can get ready, I need to string some lights up, I've got some battery powered fairy lights, so there's quite a lot to do. Let's go on with it. The first job is to spray foam all the insulation that I cut and put in but never actually got fixed down. Next up is installing my curtain rail with the amazing curtain Laurie made me. Now I'm on to making the window coverings. As you can see behind me, I've got a bit of a makeshift curtain to block the cab from the back of the bus, so I get a little bit of privacy. But obviously I have all these huge windows which will let light in. So for the moment I've got this insulated like bubble wrap, and I'm gonna cut them to the size of each window, and I haven't decided quite yet how they're going to be secured. They might end up just having to be aluminium foil taped on, so yeah. But eventually what I would like to do is actually cover these in nice fabric and maybe have magnets so they stay in. I'm not convinced at this moment in time that I want curtains or blinds, I don't really know, but anyways, this will be quite useful for now, so I'm going to get on with cutting them to the size of all the windows, so I've got one per window. Here are all of my window coverings. There are ones for the back doors as well, they're just down there, but they don't stay in very well, so they might need to be taped in. But look at this. I think these will do really well. I was worried it would feel sort of claustrophobic in here once all the windows were covered, but actually it just feels kind of cozy. Back at the insulation again, and this time I'm trimming all the excess spray foam off. And now onto the taping. And with the fairy lights hung, the last thing to do was get the air mattress blown up. Now I'm ready for tomorrow's adventure. The bus is packed, all my stuff is just dumped in the back. I am ready to go, and the bus won't start because the battery's dead, because we did a lot of installing of electrics and stuff like that, and we've killed the battery. And I have a battery power pack, like a jump pack, and it's just killed the jump pack as well, as in like the jump pack it's used up all its energy and it still didn't start. So that's not helpful. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing an emergency run to buy some jump leads. I'm bringing my car over here to see if I can use my car to jump start the bus. Not quite what I had in my plan, but at least I'm early enough that time pressure wise it's not the end of the world. But I do need to make a decision and do something quickly. Okay, I'll think about it and let you know what I do. Okay, I've got heavy duty jump leads. I've brought the car over to the bus. Let's line them up and hope that this works. Everything is connected, and God, I really hope this works, and I hope I've connected everything properly. I've never done this before. I followed the instructions on the box. I really hope this works. Let's see. Oh my God, please, please, please let this work. Oh look, I've already got stuff all over my face. Good. Okay, please, please, please let this work. Absolutely nothing. I'll give it a minute. The light on the dashboard comes on, but nothing else. We might be leaving Betty here. Might be going to work in the other car, and I don't know, having to figure out what I do overnight there. That is such a heartbreak. Come on, Betty. We're in neutral. That's on. I have no idea what's going on. The only thing I can think of is, did we do something when we were wiring in the new sat-nav system? We haven't turned it on since then. But nothing's happening. Very dead. I think we have to call it. I think I need to switch things into the other car and hit the road with the other car and figure shit out. I'm so disappointed, and maybe I should have known better and tried starting her yesterday, and I could have had more time to figure this out. It didn't even occur to me for some reason. I was so worried about the rest of the bus and having somewhere to sleep and things that I didn't even check to see if she was going to work and turn on. I'll try one last little thing. So I tried my last ditch effort Hail Mary to basically just detach all of the electric stuff that we had put in, which I did, and that still hasn't done anything. It's still dead as a doornail, so we'll have to check the battery with a multimeter. I feel like maybe the battery's just completely dead, which is disappointing, but pivot. Time to pivot. Have to go to work, so we'll close the bus up, we'll transfer what I need into the car, hit the road, and I'm really disappointed. I was so excited to take Betty out on her first excursion. Live and learn, I guess. Won't make this mistake again. We'll get a new battery. Okay. Sorry that's a bit disappointing. I'm disappointed. Let's all be disappointed together. Welcome back, everybody. It is, I don't know, just over I don't know, just over 24 hours, might be 36 hours from when I last left you. Pretty desolate about the fact that I couldn't get the bus started, had to run off to work, was pretty devastated, ended up having to like book a hotel and stay in a hotel overnight, which was fine, but it would have been a great drive in Betty, and the place was perfect to park her. It would have been a great time staying the first time in her, but happens. And I've learnt a lot of lessons, as in always make sure you can start your bus before you intend to take it, like the day before. Also, I wonder if I wasn't using the jump leads correctly. I haven't done it before. I did follow the instructions on the back of the box, but I don't know. I was just talking to Simon now, and he's coming over, and there he is. Look at that. I just said the word Simon and he turned up.
As if by magic.
As if by magic. So we're going to have a look, and I've also got the other car here. We're going to try and jump start her and figure out what's going on, and even just see if the battery is completely dead and I need a new battery. So it's a nice evening, and let's give Betty a little bit of TLC. Not enough to start it.
No.
But does it indicate whether it might hold a charge or not, well, or is that something we have to check after?
What we need to do is get it started, and we can see if it's actually charging.
Okay, fine. Let's do that then.
We can test it again and see if it's charging.
Okay, let's do that. Let's jump. We're connected.
See what happens.
Apparently properly this time, because
we'll see.
I didn't follow the instructions. Let's hope. Okay, here we go. Nothing. Come in here a second. Come and have a look, because it doesn't even like, it does nothing, as in like it doesn't even sound like it's trying anything. And this is all reset itself, so something's not happy there. That's weird. So I put my foot on the brake. This is in neutral. And it literally, I turn the key and it turns itself off. Doesn't do anything.
Okay. That's not good, is it?
So what I did the other day, because I thought, I panicked, I was like, oh my god, maybe we'd changed a fuse or something that had a...
No.
So I put all the fuses back.
Yeah.
But we haven't done anything that would...
The fuses are only connected up to the...
That's what I thought.
You know, the fuses are all back where they were.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything that's...
And we haven't touched anything.
Just going to interrupt that.
Hold on, Simon, just wait. No, okay, sorry, nothing. Something's gone funny with the electrics. I think we might have an issue with more than a battery. Something's not right. Which is weird, because we haven't really touched anything. So that's slightly worrying. But better to figure out the problem now, I guess, or start figuring out the problem. Okay, new plan. I've just undone all the terminals. We're lifting the battery out. We're going to take the battery home and charge it overnight. Oh, hold on. Oh no! So those have to be undone as well? Are they clamping the battery in?
Yeah.
Those rusty things that don't look like they want to come off. God damn it.
Okay.
Okay, let me get the 10 again and see if I can get...
I don't know whether you're going to get it on there. Might need a socket.
I don't think it's a 10 either. Oh, hold on, actually, maybe I was using the wrong end. It is a 10. Oh yes, there's a movement, there's movement. I think, God, there's another one down there. That might be easier with the socket, to be fair. Well, we were going to lift the battery out and take it home and charge it, which is what we still plan on doing.
We still are.
Once we release it. It's coming loose.
Brackets at that end.
Oh no, don't tell me this.
No, they're not holding it down.
Okay. They're just there. Way.
No, there's a kind of a lip that it fits under just there.
Yeah.
Slots under that side.
Yeah.
And then the brackets to this side. It could all do with a bit of cleaning.
Guess I'll
Bit of wire brush.
Guess I'll do that. And some WD-40. Poor. The battery is out. She's alive! So we charged the battery overnight, brought it back, put it in, we've got her started. We're now going to check with the multimeter to see if the battery is actually charging and healthy, and hopefully it is, or if not, we'll have to get a new battery. But she's running! Charging up at 13.6! Hooray! So what we have learned from this whole experience is don't drain the battery. Take her out for runs very frequently. Turn the bus on frequently. Go and drive her. I think this was a sign of protest that she's sick of sitting in the car park and she wants to go out. It's just too bad that the one time I was going to take her out, she was dead. But I know that's on us, or on me. So, lesson learned. But she's alive! Well, off the back of the success of getting the bus started again, I have decided to do a little bit of work in here. Very boring work. You're, probably so sick of me doing insulation, but I'm going to tape all of the rest of the ceiling and finish the little bits at the back, and then insulation will be finally done. And then I can put the window surrounds back in, which is also good because I'm a bit tired of having them sitting out the front of my house. But more importantly, I have made a decision that I was so disappointed in not being able to take the bus away after I'd really geared myself up that I was going to stay in there for the first time. And I've decided there's no reason why I have to wait for another overnight trip for work to take her away. I've got a free evening tomorrow, so tomorrow I'm taking her out. We're going camping. This evening I'll have a look on whatever it is. Oh gosh, that's a very unhappy child and doesn't want to leave the park. I'm going to have a look on Park for Night, and I think ideally I'd like to drive about an hour from here just to kind of get out of, I'm going to say London, and I know all you people that actually live in London are going to be like, you don't live in London. It's on the edge of London, and it's not a sort of, we're not necessarily in the country here. So I'm going to have a look tonight. I'm going to find a park up for tomorrow night. I don't know if it'll be a campsite or maybe I'll world camp, and I'm just going to head over there tomorrow afternoon and bring a picnic, my chair, a book, and just have a really relaxed, quiet evening, and then sleep in the bus overnight and then drive home the next day. Just because we just, myself and Simon and Laurie and Jerry, we really all rallied to try and get this bus ready and in a state that I could use her, and I just feel like it was just a real letdown not to be able to. So I'm going to take her out tomorrow. So finish a couple of little jobs, tidy up, and then plan my adventure for tomorrow. So I'm very excited. Well, it is Saturday afternoon and the bus is loaded up, although it looks all a bit of a mess right now, and I'm gonna go camping for the night. I'm gonna go drive now and find my park up. I had a look last night on Park for Night. I've narrowed it down to 3. I'm gonna make a decision now, head there, and then see what happens. Set myself up and just have a nice evening. I will show you where I've chosen when I get there. I'm so excited! I have arrived at my park up for the night, and I am pretty happy. So it is a sort of kind of lay-by, but it's a really quiet road. I know a car's just gone by, but it is a nice evening, and it's, I don't know, whatever it is, 5 o'clock now. So I feel like once it gets to kind of nightfall, it's going to be really quiet. At the moment it's just dog walkers, but beautiful. You just hear all the birds. Beautiful woodlands. And let me show you Betty and what she looks like. Here she is. It's decently flat. There we go. I've got all my shades in on this side so that I can't kind of see the cars and stuff. Let me show you inside. I've kind of set it all up. Welcome to my home for the evening. There we go. How cute is this? I'm camping, but like glamping. So I've got all my shades up on this side. It gives me a bit of privacy. I've got my bed all set up and I've got nice views. And then later on, or in a bit, I'll close that curtain so people can't see from the front. And I've got a little chair, I've got a beer ready for me. And I've got my cool bag and I've got food and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. What a lovely evening. And there's even an internet signal here. So even though I kind of want to unplug and read my book and just have a quiet evening, you know, good in case there's an emergency. So here we are, first night away in Betty. I'm over the moon excited. And yeah, I'm hoping that everything goes really nice and quiet and easy tonight and that I don't get any kind of weird knocks on the window and people being horrible. So this is a park up that I found on Park 4 Night. I am in the sort of Henley area, which is very beautiful, about an hour from my house. So Betty got a good drive, and yeah, I sort of missed it the first time because I put the wrong coordinates in my sat nav, so I ended up driving through a few villages and then managed to stop somewhere, put the proper coordinates in, and it brought me right here. So this is great. Yeah, my first time wild camping. I will let you know if it's a success, but for now I'm going to turn off and unplug and just relax and enjoy. See you all tomorrow with good news, hopefully. Morning everyone. It is, I don't know, just before 7 I think, and it is the morning after the night before. It's a beautiful morning. The sun is just gorgeous, rising up in front of the bus, and yeah, the light is stunning. I had a really lovely night. This was a great park up, very quiet, not really that many cars coming by at all, not that many people around, which is also very nice. It was a really nice evening, just relaxed, listened to an audiobook, and yeah, so all the good things are that it all went really well and I had a nice time. Definitely some lessons learned. I really should have checked the weather before setting off, because it was 20 degrees and sunny when I set off, and I was in shorts and t-shirts and flip-flops. I had packed, obviously, fuzzy pyjamas and things, but I did forget socks. I don't know how I did that. I forgot socks. But also, if I checked the weather, I would have realised that it was going down to -1 this evening, or this morning. So everything was fine until about 2 o'clock in the morning when I woke up absolutely freezing. So I put all my layers, all my clothes on, but yeah, it would have been more sensible for me to have just brought more blankets, more layers, not forgotten socks. Rookie mistake. But yeah, oh, I can actually see my breath. I've got the bus running to heat everything up, and actually I'm gonna head off home now because I want to get back to the car park before it gets full again, so I can actually park Betty and go home and get warm and get some socks. So I think that shows that not having the insulation in the floor is going to make a massive difference, because I have so much insulation everywhere else, and I had insulating bubble wrap in all the windows, but I think, yeah, I definitely felt like the air mattress was cold and the floor was definitely cold. So yeah, lesson learned. But I actually think that's a really good thing, because taking her out whilst I'm building her means that I know where the problems are, and I can just be prepared for more when I take her out again. It's early. Anyways, it's a beautiful morning. I actually slept pretty well. It was lovely to wake up to a stunning sunrise and the birds in the trees. So yeah, I'm gonna head off home. Jerry's coming around a bit later, and this bus is gonna go back to construction site rather than sort of camper van, basic camper van. But yeah, so I'll check in with you guys a bit later when Jerry's here.